Hey, what's up? It's your boy Stephen McCoy, and you are listening to Sessions with Stephen. And today we have a very, very special guest and a former Disney cast member of mine. But, however, he was the star of Aladdin on Broadway. He was the star of The Lion King on Broadway. He's done so many amazing things, and now he's here to promote his docu concert, Behind the Curtain. Please welcome Adam Jacob.
How's it going? I'm good. I'm great.
That's so amazing. I got a chance to watch the docu concert, and wow, it was really amazing. But before we get into that, how have you been?
I've been, hanging in there. This last year's been crazy. Luckily I have my family. I'm in Chicago now, and the fact that I moved away, and we have a house and a yard, and I'm close to nature out here. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise moving when we did, to be able to have a nice home and to be quarantined, as opposed to my small apartment in Queens, Sunnyside, where I used to live. So it's quite the difference, and it's been good. I'm just waiting for everything to open up, like everybody else. But yeah, I just can't wait for theater to open up again.
Oh, absolutely. We all can. And I just was wondering, like, do you miss it? Do you truly miss it like the rest of us do?
Of course, I miss it terribly. I mean, it's like, eating away at my soul, that I just miss that live connection with people, and it's just been really difficult not having that. I've never gone through anything like this. And nobody has. As an actor, that interaction with people is like your sustenance. It's your food. It's your fuel. It makes you want to get up and go to work every day. So not having that, it's kind of a mental. It's hard mentally to just like find ways to stay creative and stay motivated, and it's been tough.
Yeah, it most certainly has been a lot different. New York is just not the same without the Broadway community. And I mean, can you give us a little, uh, some good news? Do you know if Broadway will ever come back?
Broadway's coming back. Oh yeah, I know for certain that it will. It might not be all at once right away, but it's going to be kind of a rollout. The bigger shows with the deeper pockets can afford to open first at smaller capacity. So that's, I think, what's going to happen. And and eventually we'll work our way back. They said September opening every theater, and I'm a little dubious at that announcement, and but I think, people, like I said, people are chomping at the bit to go see these shows, their favorite shows, and actors are dying to get back on stage. And so, it's going to be really exciting once everything comes back. And I hope to be a part of that. We'll see. There's things are slowly opening up for me. I have, kind of small engagements coming up, little productions here and there, live, or finally starting to be live again. So it's coming. It's coming. Just gotta be a little bit patient, even though we've been patient for so long. Just gotta be a little bit more.
Way too long.
I
Right?
know. Yeah,
But
exactly.
you used to do 8 shows a week, and I know that had to been pretty overwhelming. And I remember I used to watch you all the time, and your work ethic is thick. I have to say, your work ethic is thick. And when the pandemic first happened, did you have a little relief, thinking like, okay, oh, good, we'll get like 2 weeks off, and then, how was that process for you at first to now?
Right. Yeah. At the beginning, it was like, all right, yeah, nice little forced time off, little vacation, take advantage of the time. But as it started to drag on and on and on, just the worry starts to creep in. Like, well, wait, what's happening here? when and never having a clear date of when it's coming back. That was kind of the hardest part, just it just it felt like it was never ending and overwhelming. So yeah, it was a shift definitely from
It
the early
became
part
a
was.
questionable thing for you, would you say? Like, will I ever get my job back?
Yeah, I mean, I knew theater wouldn't die. It would come back. It'll be forever changed. I don't feel like it'll ever be exactly how it used to be. Which is kind of unfortunate. Everything's going to be kind of pre-COVID versus post-COVID now, and that's sort of the middle. That's the pivot, and we're going to be judging everything based on that moment in time.
Yeah,
I know that people are working really hard to make it safe for audience members to come back,
yeah,
and they're putting extra precautions in place and everything, and I think and that's all great. I mean, these things should be there anyway. So I feel like it'll just enhance the experience in the long run, but it'll never be like how it was before, and that's fine. Change is good. Change, it's the good kind of change,
yeah.
so I'm hopeful.
Yeah, and you would always come out after the show, and I would see you take photos with all of those thousands of fans, and it would be
Yeah.
really, yeah, that's crazy. And I would watch you like in the morning, you're a dad and a husband, and then by 6 p.m., you're this Broadway superstar. How
It's pretty weird.
how did you find that? I remember it was if I'm not mistaken, it was definitely very early on when the show first started. I think we were doing the preview, and everyone's like on a call, like he just had the babies. His wife just had the
It was first day of rehearsal for Aladdin on Broadway. So that's when it happened. It was, we weren't in previews just yet, but it was literally the very first day of rehearsals.
I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that. Wow. But how do you find that balance to be there as a husband, be there as a father, and doing 8 shows and rehearsals as well?
Yeah, I honestly don't know how I was able to do with looking back. It's like, how did I do that? I just did it. I just kind of put my head down and I did it. I had great help from my mother-in-law. She was helping with the night feeding, so I didn't have to wake up in the middle of the night. I had help along the way for sure. And my wife, she was so strong with the twin boys. It was really, she's amazing. I relied on her.
Yeah.
So I had help along the way, and Disney as well was very supportive, and whatever you need and that sort of thing. So we made it work. We definitely we did it, and we have this hit show that's playing all over the world, and it's pretty incredible what we were able to accomplish.
Yeah, and y'all have such a beautiful family. I've met your wife before, and everybody was just, even your family that came to visit you and watch you, they were so proud of you,
Oh yeah.
and they're proud of your boy.
Oh yeah. My mom loves that song.
Yes, yes, I know. Wow, that's amazing. Now you're here to speak about your new docu-concert, Behind the Curtain. Tell us, how did this come about?
All right. So I was in Los Angeles filming another project called Last Call in the Doghouse.
Yeah.
And I was out there, and my producer for that was like, hey, do you want to do a show? And we'll tape it, and we'll put it out there, and it'll be kind of like supplemental to what you're doing now. And I was like, yeah, sure. That sounds like a great idea. So I quickly wrote this show and what you see in Behind the Curtain is my first time performing that show. So it's very raw, and it's very in the moment. It was a cabaret setting with 200 people at Vitello's. It was Vitello's in Los Angeles, and I sing a variety of classic Broadway tunes, rock, pop, and R&B. And I kind of go through my life story and go into more intimate detail than I ever have before. So it's definitely a more personal, telling of my journey. And I think fans will be interested to see, you know, a little bit another side of me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it most certainly was very interesting to watch, and very touching. And what I can tell is that this docu concert was most certainly from your heart. And why I say that is because you not only spoke about your co-stars at Disney, you spoke about your times in college, you spoke about your children, your wife, your mom, even went into just maybe friends that you've had, and truly being yourself. So, how long did it take you to put this together to say, okay, I want to cover all aspects of my life? Because this
Yeah.
is your heart.
Yeah, you know, it kind of just kind of spilled out. You know how, you know, when you write a show, sometimes you'll pick songs that you like and
Yeah.
fit, and then try to fit it into the story, or you'll write a story and then try to fit songs, but you know, you do either one or the other. For some reason, all of these elements just kind of fell into place as I was creating this piece. And you know, it just felt very natural and sort of seamless, and it kind of had this flow. And it ended up being just, you know, a lot easier than I thought it would be, because I covered, like you said, a lot of material. I talk about relationships in the industry. I talk about growing up with a mixed ethnicity and the struggles and the obstacles with that. So there's a lot of material. But like I said, you know, it just kind of spilled out of my heart, and I decided to bear it all, and hope that the audience would be receptive to it.
Yeah, and anybody, if you haven't seen it, you have to check it out, because it was moments where I was saying to myself, "Wait a minute, Disney allowed him to speak about this and that," or you know, it was just literally very raw, as you said. So, how can people check this behind the curtain? I know it just went on Blu-ray, DVD.
Yeah. So it's available on Blu-ray and DVD, as well as streaming at the website. It's my distributor's website. It's called Stony Point Entertainment. Yeah, stonypointentertainment.com. If you go there, you can do the DVD or Blu-ray, or just purchase it or rent it as a streaming. Or if you want to wait till it comes out on iTunes on June 8th, you can do that as well.
Love that. And also, I have to say, I love your performance of Why God.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was such a great, and the story behind it, I can't talk about it, y'all, because you guys have to do your job and check it out. But it was a beautiful performance. And one thing I enjoyed was you speaking about death-defying moment on stage. Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Oh yeah. You know, I've had a few of those. I touch upon a couple of them. You know, those are just moments that happen on stage. You know, you just have to roll with it. But you know, a lot of times things happen, malfunctions and whatever, and mishaps. And those are always fun stories to tell, and people are always kind of like, "What? That happened? No way!" You know, and so I kind of reveal some of those secrets too.
Yeah, I have to say, I've definitely seen you having a close death experience. There was a time you were on the carpet, on the magic carpet, and you guys split upside down, and you're still holding a note. I'm like, it was, I mean, you weren't scared. I would have been afraid.
Yeah, you do what you got to do. We're harnessed in, so we're good.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to ask, what is the most rewarding thing about being Adam Jacobs?
Oh, wow. You know, I think I feel really grateful to everybody who's helped me to get where I am. And so I just, the best thing is right now is just having my family, the people who support me, all the fans, the people in my life are the best things about being me right now. You know, I have two twin boys who are full of wonder. They're age 7. They're asking questions all the
Wow,
time.
7 years old.
7 years. Yeah,
Wow.
7 already. I know, crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and having played those iconic roles, I
Yeah.
will always be known for originating Aladdin. And you know, that's great. You know, some people will be like, don't you, some people ask like, do you feel pigeonholed or what? I'm like, no, I don't feel, I feel so great that people will know me for that. And they will forever know me as Aladdin. And
Yeah.
that's amazing. I don't,
Yeah.
I'm not mad about that or disappointed. You know, it's like, that's an amazing thing that I got to be able to do. And so I'm, you know, I'm going to be humble and gracious about
Yeah.
it. And hopefully, you know, I'll work for Disney again. I love working for Disney. They're the best company to work for.
And you know what? I have to say that you've always been a very humble person. Everyone on set, people behind the curtain, in front of the curtain, um,
Yeah.
everyone has always spoken highly about you. No matter if it was the janitor to the president of Disney Theatrical Group. So I do appreciate you for displaying that you truly was a prince on Broadway.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Thank you.
Now, to exit out, I have one request. It is Mother's Day weekend. We're heading into Mother's Day weekend. To read one line of one of my favorite songs that you perform, "Proud of Your Boy."
Oh yeah, one line. You know, there's one line in there that when I first was learning the song "Proud of Your Boy," it was kind of cryptic. I wasn't sure what to make of it, and the line is, "Water flows under the bridge. Let
Yeah,
it pass. Let it go."
yeah,
And you know, it's such a beautiful sentiment, right? You just have to let go
mhm,
and you know, let go of the past and look to the future and don't worry about things that have happened. And I decided as Aladdin that would be kind of the mantra that his mom used to tell that to him. So in honor of Mother's Day, um, I would say that would be my phrase. Water flows under the bridge, let it pass, let it go. There's no good reason that you should believe me, not yet. I know, but proud of your boy. That's it. That's it. That's it.
there we
You know.
go. Thank you so much, Mr. Adam Jacob. Thank you. Hey, subscribe now.